Good evening and welcome to the stream, and if you're watching on the Bookface or you're watching on YouTube or what have you, hi all and welcome to the video. Why is that doing that? I'm trying to do the social medias and one of them's being weird at me. Yeah, let's just get rid and try again. No. It's not doing the... No, you know what? Facebook is POS anyway, so who cares? Singapore, ahoy, and welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. Right, we got everything working here. We've got 1080p source. Have we got transcoding? Yay, we has transcoding. Good stuff. Right, okay, it is time to go to the live screen. There we are. We're here. It is Monday once again, everyone. Apologies for that. Apparently the eclipse is happening in the UK in about 5 minutes. And it's cloudy as cloudy gets, so we're not going to see anything. And it's only a partial, and it's like 5 minutes before sundown that it happens, so you'll barely notice it. Just suddenly go dark quite quickly at 5 to 8. And then the sun does go down, and that's it. It's night time. But there we are. It can't be helped. Such is life. If it had been clear, I might have tried to get an image of it. Even a partial one at the sunset, but... nah, not happening. What do we got? Enigma Dogs Daily. Okay. My chat has done this. There's a quality of no victim matter for pocket bosses, or as long as it's above the level of the blueprint you're trying to spawn. Yeah, I think... yeah, I'm pretty sure pocket bosses don't change the level if you change the components you use. I'm pretty sure. Elite assignment, I will take a prisoner assignment, Blix. There we go. We got one. Good stuff. So how's everyone's weekend been? Did you have a good time? Did you make the most of it? Alien Daily. Aliens Alone. And we got Salvage. Okay. Freelancers Inc. Not live anymore. Is it a null week? Let's go quickly check. And also, it is beer o'clock. Bodie Boy, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. You don't think they are up? Looking at this? Nope, they're not. Okay, so let's get a pet on the go. Carlo and Savvy. Carlo should be 219, and he is. There we go. We resubbed to AO 3 days ago. I'm back, baby. Well, glad to have you back, kind sir. Welcome on in. Welcome back to Ruby Car. Yes, indeed, because reasons. Finally, Percage. Graphics Mantha 98 follow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. What should we do for this? Should we do Enigma Dogs? He said, settling into slouch position in the back of the chair. Because, of course, that's exactly what you do. Yeah, you're still sort of finding your feet coming back, Bodie boy. Oh, the young woman, your wrist. There we go. We'll send the good word as well across. There we go. Back again. I just saw a guildmate go flying past. There we go. Right. Enigma Dogs it is. I'm chilling in Inferno missions. Nice. Cool stuff. That's what we like. No stress. Sometimes the grind can just be fun as well. Hard to believe I know, but apparently it can. Lopnik, good day, Colquitt. Lopnik, welcome on into the stream, sir. How the devil are you? I do hope you are well. Nigmy Dogs, there we go, we got it. And let's have a quantum wing thing on the go. I started the Pistol Keeper today. Oh, lordy, lordy. That sounds interesting. Pistol Adby? Yeah, sure. Pistol... pretty much anything? Yeah. Pistol Keeper? Yeah. It'd be interesting. It'd be slow damage, but you still have all your auras and stuff, so your survivability is going to be really good. Here we are. There's our Hulk MP flying south. Well, southwest. Yep, it's dark. Just looking out the window. Joined the day off on Monday. Me too, yeah. Busy weekend. I was doing stuff today. Went to visit the relative that's in the hospital, and they're saying, yeah, I'll probably come home to, tomorrow-ish. But they want to make sure that, they're walking around okay and stuff, because obviously they've been lying in a bed for a week, so there's a bit of atrophy going on, so they might, go, oh, we'll give it 2 more days, get them walking up and down a few steps and stuff, make sure they're going to be okay. And so, yeah, it's all looking good. And we didn't have to put the gloves and aprons and everything on this time because the virus or whatever they picked up was that was gone. They were okay. They all checked out, kind of thing. So it's all good news. Petted too far away. It cannot hear your command. Are you in game now? So if so, I will log my shade. Lady Sky Cannon, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Something about Enigma Dogs. Tell me what to do and point me in the right direction. There we go. Sounds good. I know how it works. Right click from inventory. Let's go find ourselves an Enigma Dog. Excuse I. You got an awesome item last night on the shade. Oh, what did you get? Do tell. Do tell. You got an Akadaka. Awesome. Should we kill the dino while we're here? Let's kill the dino while we're here. Even if half our pets are not. There we go. We got flecked. Nice, yeah. So we got into a Sector 42 on your shade and lived. Good going. You have to meter out your damage a little bit in Sector 42 with that. Very good. Form of the Executioner, coherent / Form of the Executioner is quite a good one, isn't it? That's 2-hand edge buff, maybe, I think. Quick double check. Oh no, Agent Executioner buff. Add damage buff. It's alright, I'm going to leave that on the corpse for anyone playing an agent. Funnily enough, we were talking about maybe doing a new Let's Build and doing it with an agent, so maybe. I ain't finished this one yet, mind you. How many of my toons are actually finished? I would say the Keeper, minus some gauntlet items, but yeah, is pretty much done. I think most of my characters are kind of unfinished. It's just how it goes. Let's move this a little bit. There we go. A ball! Everyone attack. Raid for all. Yeah, is Hodor Raid still running? I'm not on a character that's registered on Hodor Raid, so I don't rightly know. Someone did ask me the other day, and I said, I honestly don't know. The bot's still up, as far as I know. Have to check that out later on. Log something that's registered to Hodor Raid. Aha! We have spotted another ball. Kill it with whatever it is the Enigma dog does. Yeah, we're having takeout tonight. So it won't be a very long stream tonight. I'm going to try and do another one on Wednesday, but it depends. I might be picking up people's from hospital or something. I don't know. It just depends how it goes. So we're just going to have to wait and see. And then the week after that, obviously, they're still going to be getting back on their feet. So we're going to be on standby offering support when it's needed, like taking the bins out, any heavy lifting, the kind of deal. So yeah, it's all. I'm just glad they're out of the woods and on the mend, so to speak. The wonderful NHS of Britain, even though it's been battered by the current government for the last 14 years, still does an amazing job. I absolutely love every one of them for it. I let them know every time I'm in the hospital. The people, the porters to cleaners to the nurses and the doctors. All of them. Amazing people. Is that a ball or a corpse of a ball? I think that's remains of ball. That's the remains of a ball. Lady Sky Cannon, wee back. British NHS have scraped me off a road or two in the past. That's what I'll say. If not for them, wouldn't be here. Hey, where's the rest of my music? I got shortchanged on the mission complete music there, I feel. Rage Stir, hiya. Hiya, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Right, okay, so we've done that and done that. Let's go and talk to Warden Staines. Yes, I think so. Tia, we do love you. Walking out of that first backyard. Nostalgia time. It is 2001. The game has been launched for days. I am playing my first live server character. Not the one I made in the tiny 2-week beta. You know, just before the game crashed. Yeah. Nostalgia? Absolutely. This is what nostalgia looks like. Let's just make sure it's not running in the background. Why? It's Edge running in the background. Naff off, Edge. I never use you. Oh, because Netflix is. That's why. Yeah, okay. Right, is AO hiding anywhere? No. Right, well, I want to do a quick something, because I was experimenting earlier. Let me open up Profile Inspector. Right, yeah, it was the original Crisis, and I think I tried adding Anarchy to it as a bit of an experiment, but it's certainly no more stable, so I'm just going to remove it. Okay, so back to Unigine. I think it's Valley Demo. We're going to add Anarchy Online XE. We're going to add Anarchy XE. Apply. Close. Run the game. What the? How? I need to tidy up my taskbar. Got too many similar looking icons on it or something. Right, okay. See if I've still got my pets. Yeah. I can't find anything more stable than the Unigine Valley Demo Association. Yes, 2001, I strolled out of this very backyard. Backyard number 9. And these sparkly things here did not appear. No, they didn't. Not on my crappy graphics system I had. So I went, oh, it's frozen again. Oh no, it's working again. We're okay. And I ran up here and it was like, oh, there's a bunch of people there. I'll go in and I'll go say hi. So I run in. You've entered gas and all the rest of it didn't exist in the game at that time. So I just blundered in there and was like, hi, blah, 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 blah. Next thing, dead. Welcome to Rubicon. Yeah, it was a proper AO welcome, that was. And of course, over here, had the old Wampers. And now we have the If You're Not Clan, You're Gonna Die Extermination Force in Supreme Commander Silverstone. He has minor anger management issues. That's all it is. He's perfectly fine. Just Don't be anything other than clan, and he's cool. Okay, just saying. Check your Storm Discord if you have a moment. I has a moment. You got a character logged in on 2019 when you have a chance. I has a chance because you can dual log both servers. Ah, yes, you can. That's the guildie who's after a green sword of win. So, I think that, yeah, I think this guy's got a couple left. I was amazed I got out the backyard, to be honest with you. I'm totally amazed. Right, he's logged off here for reasons. No problem. I'm gonna run off. I think I've got a bag of them here, maybe. I gave loads away. Yeah, I've got a few left. But they're supposed to be given away, so... As soon as that countdown goes... Where's your character? Jeff? Jeff DD. Who's Gothic. On Discord. Everyone, why do you always use different names on every bloody platform? It's so hard to try and remember them all. Just do what I do. Just pick a name and use it everywhere, and then everyone knows it's you. It's nice and simple. Run into Old Athen Hill now, no problem. I started as Omni on release. We were stuck in a shop in Omni Trade for 3 days before they fixed it so we could get out. Yeah, that totally sounds familiar. That sounds incredibly familiar to me. Yes, it do. It's done. Right, okay, we can beacon out of here. Yeah, because of the server population on this server, most people are in ICC. Go into the storm spot, okay? Would this be you I'm running behind? You want a sword on a crap, okay. Have you got any creds on this server? There you go. Get some implants and such if you've got a new character to build. Yeah, if you come to ICC, can you grid yet? Probably not at 13. You probably have to go Job and... Yeah. Go to ICC. You know how to get there, don't you? Job. Hop across one door. Yeah. Go to ICC. I'll show you a couple of things there. I think it's still... I'm going to go the quick way. Because I can use the grid. Yeah, there's a buff bot just near the grid. We do have a Storm Org on this side. What rank am I? I'm only an applicant. Stay there if you want a guild invite. Stay at the hangout. I need to log a different character. I think they're like level 10, but it doesn't matter. Excuse me. Forgot to mention Shade has completed Alba in Inferno. Nice. Do we have a city? I can't remember. We may not. I'm not sure. Because we only sort of goof around on this server, if I'm being honest. I've got a feeling that we don't. There's a global chat on the server called Hive. Send a tell to Hive to join it, and you'll get more help from active players on the server. My rank is not high enough, isn't it? I'm an applicant. I thought this character was El Presidente. Who's president? How do I see who's president on this server? I can't even remember. Kalos 2 character is Presidente on the live server. Who's that? One of my characters is higher rank. These are all my different keepers I've remade on this server. I don't think it's this guy, but he might be high enough rank. General, he'll do. You got the invite? There we go. I'm not sure if we've got a city. I don't think we do. I think we had it originally, but I don't think we had the credits to keep it going. Soon find out. I'll go check for you now. No, we do not have a city. Unfortunately. I might look into getting one. No, unfortunately we do not. First, yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. I joined Twitch years ago. Many years ago. So I was going to show you things, wasn't I? So I'll do that anyway. So I showed you the buff bot that's been provided by the Iron Man 4 or Iron Man 5, I'm not sure. Team of players. So that's there to buff you with most stuff if you need it. And in the middle on the circle you will see a bunch of NPCs who give you quests to do things like kill Tim, kill the temple boss, etc, etc. And each one gains you a piece of auto leveling armor, which is fairly good, actually. I don't have it on this character because, well, they're a fixer and they're a grid armor fixer. But yeah, if you go up here, follow the Smurf. Where have you gone? Where have you gone? I saw you. Follow me. Yeah, each one of these will give you a couple of quests. One for the temple, one for Tim, and then Inner Sanctum and a couple of other places, and it builds into a fairly decent armor set. So these guys up here, so you've got like Tooth the Short, and if you say, do you have any contracts? Yeah, I'm too high. And then Fiona the Wise, I am here for a contract. So Hezek the Immortal One, Den Mantis Queen, and Ian War. So the high level bits and pieces. You have any jobs for me? Tim, Siribin the Rejected, etc. So a few there as well. But I think you start with this guy for... Yeah, if you talk to the little Atrox in that armor, he will give you for killing Abmouth and the temple boss, whose name completely has gone out of my brain right now, but never mind. Yeah, the armor's a lot better. It's not quite alien armor, but it's not far off. So it's pretty damn good. And it auto levels as well, which is nice. Right, okay. And then the other quests for NCU and stuff are all in ICC as well, so there's that. Right, okay. Actions... exit. There we go. Right, back to Rubicar proper. There we go. We're back. No problem. Have fun. Right, okay, we want, yeah, Warden Stains, Warden Stains. Let's go and see the Warden and kill a... Oh, actually, let's get a rebuff. I want a rebuff, and I want it now. So I'm getting it now while I get rebuffed. It's like going to the barber's for a haircut. I'm going to get another beer because fluff it, why not? Right, okay. We're back. You know, my hair's got long enough now, I could ponytail it. But it'd be like a pimp ponytail. It'd be like that. I need a haircut. Right, okay. Let's go and talk to the warden. Sorry, I'm back and forth. Yes, I am in game. Nick, oh, right, you just talk amongst yourselves, because, that's what you guys do. I'm waffling away, and everyone's just like, yeah, let's just ignore him. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, okay, we're going to go to Warden Istanis, apparently. No. Excuse me. Not me. I didn't carbonate the beer, I only drank it. Right, okay. I tried to watch, late last night, I tried to watch the new Roadhouse movie. And it's okay. I watched it and it is okay. Is it as great as the original with Patrick Swayze? It's sometimes you just... Yeah, it's... It didn't take anything away from the original. And on every level I can think of, the Swayze movie is better. It just is. I'm sorry, but it is. And nothing, not taking anything away from any of the cast, the crew, the director, nobody. I think they did a good job. But this is my problem with Hollywood at the minute. I've got a suggestion for Hollywood. Okay? So it's a very simple suggestion. Instead of remaking good movies that were demonstrably good, did well at the box office and everything else the first time they came out, instead of remaking them and hoping it's going to work twice, instead of doing that, which increasingly is not working, why don't you take movies that could have been good if they'd been made a little better and remake those and do them well? So don't take movies that worked and still work today. Go for a movie that should have done better, but, like something that flopped at the box office but became a VHS success. Like They Live wasn't big at the box office but became a cult classic, something like that. Remake that, but you're trying to replace, Rowdy Ronnie Piper. Got your work cut out there. You're going to have to cast Dwayne Johnson or someone in it, Dwayne Johnson in a remake of John Carpenter's They Lived, I would watch that. Oh God, I crashed again. It doesn't like when I when I log on twice, it does not like it. Here we go. I don't like new engine, it crashes so much. Oh, it's pretty good for me. He lied, as it clearly isn't tonight, but there we are. Remake. Well, yeah, no, don't make movies that sailed on the charisma and personality and fame of a particular person. Don't do that, because people are going to go looking for that. They're going to go looking for, I want to experience what I experienced the first time round, redone, and then they're disappointed because, lightning in a bottle, isn't it? I mean, how many times have they tried to remake Terminator, one degree or another, with various actors? It just doesn't work. It worked with that amazing cast and movie technology we hadn't seen before. That's when it worked. And before that movie, no one had seen a Predator. Didn't exist. It was brand new. It was, if you're into science fiction, you could probably say, oh, it's a little bit like X, Y, and Z from some comics and graphic novels and descriptions in various books. But the general viewing public had never seen a predator before. Kind of reptilian, but bigger than us, stronger than us, and technically much more advanced than us, and brutal. You know, it's sort of like Hollywood is obsessed with retreading remaking films that did well in the hope that it'll be successful. They're just not taking a chance on some new script and some new director with crazy ideas, which is how these classic movies got made in the first place. They're just not interested in doing that. And I think that's a massive shame. They're trying to do what the music industry has done, is turn music into a Big Mac. A repeatable, cheap to make, high profit, fast turnaround product. That's what the music industry treats music like now. We won't take risks on people doing anything new. Those people have got to do it for themselves. Record companies are not interested in it. They just want to rehash cover versions and whatnot because it's a safe bet. If it sells some copies, great, because we own the royalties, we'll make money. Not interested in new songwriters, and there's thousands of them out there. Thousands and thousands of them. Some of his movies were good, but he was bad. Well, yeah, I don't know. Is he, Alan Rickman? No. Is he a great character actor? I don't think he is. Was he an amazing screen presence? Absolutely. Did the camera love him? Absolutely. So... yeah, it's a tricky one to sort of say what you're looking for in cinema. Ooh, you feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Cora Keeper has reached enlightenment. Congratulations! You got a burp as well. Well done. I've just seen someone's Engie show up. Right, so let's get these handed in. Yeah, trying to make... Patrick Swayze had quite a lot of depth to his acting. He was more than the sum of his parts, I think. He brought a certain gravitas to the roles he played. We believed the character he was far more than certain other actors, and I think that's what made things like Roadhouse so good. He generally always played a good guy, but why wouldn't he? He came across as a natural, decent human being. So you completely believe in playing one. Salvage mission. Let's go. Yeah, that's what I think Hollywood should do. Like, The Thing wasn't a massive cinema success, but it was an amazing movie. At the end of the day, it was like just amazing, technically amazing, but also did an incredibly good job of like a paranoia movie, a whodunit kind of a movie. You know, it kind of had lots of aspects of both, and the practical effects were just like completely mind-blowing. And they did a remake with the CGI and yada yada yada. Nowhere near as good, because they forgot what made the original movie good. You know, that paranoia feeling of like, oh my god, which one of us is it? Which one of us is that, you know, who done it almost? Did an amazing job of that. Fiery death stuff. Let's go the other way. Yeah, instead of remaking movies that were already good, remake movies that could have been good, but were underfunded or whatever, or they had the wrong director and could have been a success, and have something of a cult following because of that. Remake those movies with the big money and the budget and the, you know, and the everything else. I ain't seeing the doohickey we're supposed to find. Yeah, remake those. Stop trying to remake things that already worked, because the best you can hope for is to somehow equal the success of the original, and you won't, because the original didn't happen in a vacuum. It happened in a time and a place. So some movies worked as well as they did because of when they happened as much as how they happened. Like, if Jaws released today, would it work? I'm not sure. I think on a lot of levels it still would. But what is Hollywood doing trying to copy it? Well, they're making, what was the one with the monster from the deep kind of a deal? Where the shark is like hugely visible, first mistake. And is thousands of impossibly big to the point of Godzilla movie. Could never really exist in reality. And yeah, it just doesn't work. Whereas a bloody big great white works. It's a believable thing, and you hardly ever see it until right at the end of the movie. And even then, you don't see much of it. It's more about the tension and the reaction of the actors in the scenes that it appears in. I don't think we've been to the to Warden Stage yet, have we? I don't think we has. Mission complete. Yeah, to me, that's why Jaws works, because it's all happening inside your mind. You know, like when you read a book, the special effects are amazing. You ever notice that? They're perfect. And at the same time, you get people like Villeneuve, who, with the Dune movies, has kind of given Hollywood a big wake-up call. Don't make it all fluff and no substance. Go the opposite way. Make it about the substance. Make it about the cinematography. Make it about every shot is meaningful. and don't move a camera in a way that is physically impossible to do in reality, and you will ground your creation in reality. And it's exactly what they've done. They could have done impossible camera angles where Duncan Idaho is flying off in a Thopter in the first movie, but they don't. They film it as if the guy was flying a real vehicle in a real world environment, although that world is a different world than ours. But even so, you know, the reality of it is still there, and that's why it feels as grounded as it does when you watch it. As fantastical as it is, my first experience of Dune was the books. So when I watched the David Lynch movie, I thought it was okay. I thought the Baron was completely wrong. I thought all the Harkonnens were wrong. And I was confused why they were calling them Harkonnens. Because in my mind's eye, it was Harkonnens. And apparently it is Harkonnen, not Harkonnens. You know, and it works on certain levels, and the extended version is much, much better. But compared to what Villeneuve created, the immensity of the story, the characters, and the, you know, like bits I've seen of Dune Part 2 when you get you get up close and personal with a worm or whatever, is the whole sequence just feels completely, it's like, wow. And there's someone's uploaded to YouTube, I think it's still there, is the sequence where Paul Atreides Moadib captures his first worm, and it's absolutely breathtaking. What that looks like in IMAX with the music system they've got in those places must be mind-blowing. And I'm kind of like, I want to watch it in a cinema like that. I want to see it in IMAX. I'm not interested in 3D movies. I've been to them and they work, but ultimately they're quite disappointing. So, yeah, can we get a 223 without a wrangle? I think we can. 223, yeah, we can. You know, I can still watch Dune part, you know, the first half. People going, oh, Dune 2. It frustrates me. It's like, it's not an effing sequel. It's just the second half of the movie, of the book. All the buffers, how do you use them? Okay. So, walk up to a buff army. Target one of them. Type tel %T, and that will be the exact name of whatever you have targeted. Help. And it will respond with retrieving all available buffs. Just wait a moment. You wait. And then it opens a buff menu. And whatever you click on, it will give you, you know, level requirements and NCU space notwithstanding. Like so. Doesn't work. If you're banned from them, it would tell you why. It could be someone from the guild has griefed them. Like gone over, flagged and asked for a hot or something, flagged it. You just get no response. Like nothing. There's another buff. Well, there's that one, and then there's one in Newland. Oop. Okay, we're lagging. Okay, if not that one, let's go to Newland. There's one there. In fact, it was the first one I found. And it's the exact same deal in a different location. Excuse me. There's another one here. And then Zoop has one, but it's not always online. It's online some of the time. Oh, let me up. Yeah, it's usually in a straight line up here, but I'm not seeing it at the moment. And then in Borealis, there's another one, I think, in Backyard 2, Borealis. I think. I know there's one here out in the open, but again, that one has a message about people griefing the bot, and it won't buff anyone else. It's usually here against the big iron door. That's Arrival 1. Someone said, is it Arrival 1 it's in, or number 2? Let's try 2. Seem to remember someone saying there's one inside of 2. Yeah, so there's one in here. Which is neutral. Shouldn't be banned from this one. You can't grief it. It's in a backyard. And it should be the same thing, so I'll just do tell. Help. Oh, no. There you go. Buffed. There you go. Show. Generate macro based on your NCU. It's slightly different. They're all a little bit different. Show popular buffs. And, you know, if you've got some lobies, these things, the people that set these up are just like amazeballs doing stuff for the community. I really do think they need to be shouted out for definite. My guild is not barred from any of them except for the one in Borealis, which will only buff a set number of guilds. So they've done it the opposite way. Instead of singling guilds out, they've said only these guilds can use this bot, which is fair enough. If your bot keeps getting griefed, you're going to react, aren't you? What do you expect? You know, there's going to be a reaction if you do something. So, right. Okay. So we're on. Used to be a male nanomage, is now a female Opifex keeper, MP. So let's go and get some missions on this one. Yeah, some people just want to cause problems for no reason than their own gratification, and I kind of feel sorry for those people. It's like, have you got so little in your life that this is what you're doing for fun? Is your, you know, is your sphere of gratification so shallow that this satisfies it? There is something seriously wrong with the life you're leading. You need to look inward, because there's a problem. That's why when people grief like that, that's all I can think is just like, you have problems. You know, you have problems. What you're doing is the equivalent of abusing someone at a fast food restaurant. You're being a complete arsehole. The person at the fast food restaurant is offering a service. And more so, these guys are offering a service for free. They're not judging you. They're not doing anything like that. All they're doing is saying, here, have this free service. I'm providing it for the benefit of all. And if you get some kind of perverted kick out of hurting that, damaging that, making it unavailable to other people in doing so, then you're an arsehole. Your behaviour is that of an arsehole, and you are what you do, and that means then, therefore, you're an arsehole. So what's wrong with you that you would do that? Stop it. Get some help. You know how much work and effort they've put in, and what do they get out of it? They don't get tipped. They don't get given items. All they get is the gratitude of people using it and me vocalising it publicly, maybe, which ain't worth a hill of beans, is it, really? Just me saying, these people are awesome for doing this. You know, that doesn't pay back the time you invested into what you're doing. Yeah, it's just, there's something bloody wrong with you for doing that. Love them butt buffs. Buff bots. Buff butts. I want a buff butt. Everyone loves the bot buffs, the butt buffs. Well, we got the cocoons one. Bah. Oh well. Have I buffed all my buffs on the main pet? I don't think I did. Give me another one. Did I do that one? No, I did. Now he hits quickly. That's better. Yeah, just... I don't know what you think you're achieving by doing this. Are you scoring points with your peers? Are they also deficient emotionally? That they think what you're doing is funny? Well, you know, birds of a feather. I mean, maybe they think it makes them some kind of like cool edgelord or something, but in actuality, it's just a bit of a sad sprite. You know, you're just a bit of a sad dickhead, really, aren't you? I mean, you know. I don't suppose there is a new quest on Rubicon 2019 that gets you a Yalm, is there? None that I know of. Makes him a butt. Yep, pretty much. Gonna be one of these goddamn things. Yeah, stop it. Why are you doing it? Just stop. Get help. You know, is that people are doing a good job at like a faster... You've seen these, you know that monumental prick that was in Japan and shouting abusive and offensive crap at Japanese people because he thought, oh, I can get away with it because Japanese people are incredibly polite and wouldn't kick off at me doing it. And Japan arrested him, charged him and banned them from the country. Yeah, he's doing it again in Israel. He got arrested. I mean, of all the places to go and kick off in, I wouldn't have picked that one, mate. And he's doing it so a bunch of juvenile sprogs will watch his crappy content on TikTok, which looks like it's going to get banned in America anyway. Because they can't apparently certain senators can't differentiate between Singapore, a completely separate country, and China. The CEO is from Singapore. It's an entirely different country with different laws, government, and everything else. Like the CEO of, or the CEO or whatever of TikTok, someone been interviewed by a senator, and I thought it was the most xenophobic stroke racist thing I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen some stuff, let's say. He asked him about 5 different times, you know, how communist are you? How affiliated with China are you? And he's going, I'm from Singapore. I'm Singaporean. I served in the Singapore military. My wife is American. My children are American. I don't yet have an American passport, but he would easily get a green card because the guy's worth millions. You know, it just beggared belief watching that exchange. You could see he was going, no, it's an entirely different country. It's not China. I know I am East Asian, but that doesn't make me Chinese. You fucking moron. You know, it was just like beyond stupid watching it, honestly. And he was graceful about it as well. He kept saying, no, Singapore is a separate country. You know, all the senator had to do was go, okay, there's Singapore. Where's Singapore? This is Singapore. This is China. Singapore, different, you know. There's Thailand. It's a whole other place. Oh, it was just cringe. This whole, oh, you're East Asian looking, therefore you're a communist Chinaman. Oh, Jesus, I just wanted to thump the guy. I really did. I was like, you too stupid to be alive. Honestly, God, that was awful. I was crap at geography in school, and I know Singapore is wholly different from any other country in that region. I mean, I don't know the background of the guy who was asking him the questions, but he made it, the senator or whatever that was asking the question just made himself look like a xenophobic moron. He really did. I was watching a travel show about food. The guy ended up in a small city in Israel with a mix of all people from all religions and ethnicities. They have no police. One of the city's longtime residents said it was due to one reason: respect. Everyone respected everyone else, and everyone minded their own business. Yeah, amazing when you do that. If you respect each other, how easy things are. You know, I believe in no God, okay? I don't. You know, I don't ascribe to any religion, but I have respect for anyone that does, because we all need to make sense of the universe, and if that's your way of doing it, then I respect it. And that's the end of the conversation, as far as I'm concerned. I will learn about your beliefs and respect them. And that's the end of it. Because it's not for me to tell you what to believe and not to believe. You know, unless you're hurting other people over it, then maybe I'll say something. But, you know. Camel! 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. I've been practicing. I've been trying to think new ones up. Camel, welcome to the stream, good sir. You know, when someone's religious, they generally believe in a particular god. And there's about, 6,000 or something recognised religions. So it just means, and they don't believe in any of them, but they believe in theirs. And I'm just like Ricky Gervais said, I just believe in one less than you. That's all. And that's it. That's all it is. You know, so... Yeah, but that disgusted me anyway. But yeah, so going back to where I was starting from, yeah, the guy that was doing it, Asmongold, I love watching, he's got a clips channel and all the videos are like hot takes from however long his streams last or whatever. Whereas I don't always agree with the guy, and a lot of the time I completely disagree with him, but I respect his opinion. But the way he puts it across and everything else, he can put across a cohesive point. He can explain his reasoning and everything else. And when someone's like that, even if you disagree with them, it's interesting to listen to the other side of the argument, the viewpoint, or whatever. It's interesting because they're clearly an intelligent individual. Expressing their opinion based on what they believe and what they think. And I find him both entertaining and enjoyable to watch. And he was him that showed the clip of the guy who started off, to the best of my knowledge, the first instance I knew of this utter pillock was in Japan. And he's walking around in Japan, a culture which is based on respect and everything else. Screaming, oh, you know, Hiroshima and Nagasaki at local people just walking around at night time trying to have a good time. Because, look at me being like it's like knock and run gone mad. Okay, we've got a hacked Mediblade here on a corpse that has 18 minutes remaining. So I'm going to do a... loot rights. Disease prisoner. Oh. What did I type wrong? Yep. Without caps lock. There we go. So, yeah, you got 13 minutes for a hacked Mediblade if anyone wants them. Yeah, so he sort of exposed him in Japan and just thought, what a prick. He got arrested in Japan. In Japan, the law says they can arrest you and hold you for 30 days without charge. So be careful dicking around in Japan. It was just being awful in front of people for views on TikTok. I mean, if I was the CEO of TikTok, I would just ban him and anyone like him, regardless of the financial loss. Set the example, you know? This is not acceptable. We don't want it on our platform. Our advertisers don't want to be on our platform because of people like you. Get off it, you know? and now he's trying to do the same shit in Israel. There was some Israeli female soldier, and he's shouting all kinds of, hey, I'd love to get with you. And I'm looking at her thinking, she's never getting with you, mate. You're a 2. You got this dumbass big lip at the bottom of your face. You weigh like, I don't know, 6 stone if you're lucky. It's just like, she's not looking at you, pal. She's at the other end of the bar with the real men. Or possibly women. I don't know. But it ain't you. That much I know. And the police just come over and arrest him. And he's screaming, I'm American, I'm an American. Like, worst advert for the USA ever. It's just like, you are not a good advert for your country. Anyway, I'm getting another beer. Yeah, if you watch recent Asmongold clips, you'll find it. I don't want to give the perpetrator of the bullshit any any kind of a platform by mentioning him here. But yeah, what a prick. What an absolutely massive knobhead. I almost guarantee if you tried to pull that crap in the UK, in certain parts of the UK, he'd wind up dead. And we ain't got guns over here, but he would wind up dead. There are certain places in the UK where if you tried to pull that crap, yeah, you're just going to vanish. TikTok or not, you're going to be gone. Or damaged. Yeah, so it's Monday evening, Gamel. Monday, sir. Are you in the pub? I need to go to the pub soon. Next time I have a week off, we're going to the pub. No, I'm sad to say. Well, I'm having a bit of a tipple this evening. Okay, I can see a neutral dot on my map. A 141 doctor. Keeping out of the way, I think. And I can see my pet, someone else running over there. Not sure what he's looking for. I miss the pub and real beer. You know, a nice pint of OP or just a couple of pints of bitter or something. Certainly can't complain. Excuse me. Turn toward and stain. Oh, we got rats this week. Okay. Yeah, I like the camaraderie, especially if you've got like a small local pub where everyone drinks. It's kind of nice. Oh, how are you doing? Oh, I'm doing, you know, I love that. I am kind of emotionally and sociologically built for a village, not a town, definitely not a city. Just the way I am. I'm about to start the carnivore diet, so no alcohol soon. Well, what's the bloody point of being a carnivore if you can't drink? You know. Where's the fun? Carbs. Yeah, well, you need both. There was a bodybuilder who was really good. He was an older bodybuilder as well. And he just could not seem to win the competition. He was in amazing shape for his age. Super high protein meat diet. And his trainer said, add a few carbs to your diet. And he got that subcutaneous fat layer in his muscles. And he looked so much bigger and better. And he won. Quite recently. What was the news story? It was on BBC. Yeah, there you go. Here it is. Secret to my... Yeah, this guy. Potatoes and porridge. Right? Now, I'm not sure how old this guy is. It's going to make me look bad and be my age now. Yeah, over 45 crown. This guy is over 45. Look at him. Gee, he's you know, amazing shape. Trained hard, followed the high-protein, low-carb diet favoured by many bodybuilders. Father of two from Fife. Felt tired, his muscles looked flat, and he hadn't achieved his dream of winning a Mr. Universe. So that's him on high protein meat diet with no carbs. That's him with carbs. It's subtle, isn't it? It is subtle. But you can see it, can't you? I mean, look at his pecs, man. And the shoulders. And the back, you know, just the everything. He's bigger. Stage weight, 83 kilos. Jesus. He's lighter than me. I weigh more than that. So he went from 12 stone to 14 stone just by eating a few carbs as well. So, yeah, the whole exclusivity diet thing, I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. You know, I mean, do what you want to do, I'm just saying. I mean, porridge and potatoes are better carbs than beer, but... Frontier for you. Welcome to the stream. Alright, talk to the thingy. Run them under the thing. So yeah, I think it's more the exercise and the way you exercise that makes the difference for it. You know, when they were training for the 300, they do a ton of leg work, so all your blood would be in your legs, and then make them do a ton of upper body work as well immediately afterwards, while the blood supply to that part of your body was lower than it would be normally. And that's how they got them into that shape for the 300. I remember watching the documentary about it. It's real science-y kind of approach, but the diet was, yeah, it was very mixed. So, me personally, I don't quite buy into these, you know, kind of faddish, you know, we've cracked the secret, you know, kind of diets. It's like, no, there's diet, there's genetics, there's, you know, metabolic considerations, which some are genetic, some are environmental, and, you know, there's so many factors. You can't just, eat this and it'll work. I just, no, there's more to it than that. There just is. I mean, sure, if you want a heart attack, live on fast food and don't exercise. That's a given. But that's a given for everyone. It's not a diet, it's a life change. Yeah, again. Yeah. Nah, I don't buy it. I mean, you know, do what you want to do, my dude. I ain't telling you don't. I'm just saying I ain't buying it. There's no one rule for any single human being. There just isn't. We're much more complex machines than that. You know, as biological machines go, we're way more complex than do this, it'll change your life. No. Give up fast food, eat better, exercise regularly. Yes, that will improve your health, generally speaking. You know, but you have a genetic kind of predisposition as well, and that is always a factor. A 15-year-old going on the diet you're going to go on is going to have a different result than you are. And that's a fact, you know? But yeah, go on it, try it, see how it works out. You know, if you feel good on it, what the hell? That means it's working for you, doesn't it? You know? I mean, the biggest thing for me recently, health-wise, was exercising more, doing more cardio, and quitting smoking, which I kind of did both simultaneously. So, very moochy. I'll stay fat forever. You don't have to. You expend more energy and eat less carbs, you will lose weight. That's it. That's the thing. If I locked you in a room and fed you the bare minimum to stay alive for 6 months, you would lose weight. Yeah, heart and inflammation, yeah. I mean, I've got no medical qualification whatsoever, so... But a drastic change of diet and vigorous exercise will put a lot of strain on your heart, so be careful. That much I know as a lay person. Why would you want to get old? You don't get a choice, mate. You get dead or you get old. Make your choice. You get that's your two choices. Get older or die. You don't get any other options. There are none. You know, so do what you got to do. None of us make it out of here alive. Yeah, when I was young, I didn't think I wanted to get old. But you know what happens? Your body gets old, you don't. And suddenly you're in the position where your body's gotten older, but you're still that same, 18-year-old. Wishing the world was different and whatever. But now you've got people that depend on you. You've got responsibilities. You've got dependents. You can't just think about yourself. And if you are still, if you get to my age and the only person you care about is you kind of failed. Mission complete. I can't remember what I did for the alien mission because I've just done them one after the other. I went to the pub on Friday and my dad daily calorie intake 1300, no loss to my body. All the sugars now, plus I'm testro gel due to body nitpicking, so weight gaining is mad. I don't know. I quit smoking in 2018 and immediately gained 2 stone. This is a UK measurement. Americans, you'll have to figure it out for yourselves. And then lockdown happened, quite quickly afterwards. And my appetite was twice what it was before because I no longer smoked. And I was kind of like, okay. This is kind of nuts. So I went from being skinny to a bit of a big lad. But it wasn't fat. And all I was doing was a little bit of running every day and doing, 50 push-ups, 50 chin-ups, etc. And I just, bang, just grew very, very quickly. £340. Well, unless you're 8 foot tall, that's not healthy. Yeah, life is what happens in between your plans, I always thought, I'll die alone. And the thing is, you probably will. I will. Everyone will, kind of deal. It is what it is, kind of thing. But in the meantime, I've got people to look after. I've got other people to think about. That's my life now. It's what it is. And you've kind of you owe them. Time to start moving. What height are you, Moochie? I mean, if you're 6'5" and you're a bodybuilder, you're enormous. If you're 5 foot nothing and 340 pounds, yeah, you're going to die young, man. That's how it is. 6'1". Okay, so you're my height and nearly double my weight. So your organs don't get bigger and smaller. Okay? Your heart can. Your heart can, because it is a muscle, can grow. It can be developed, and that's what being physically fit cardiovascular is. But your liver, your kidneys, your intestines, your stomach, your lungs, and everything, all these other things, and spleen, whatever the hell that does, are all basically trying to manage the equivalent of 2 bodies. So you're kind of trying to, you're asking the organs designed by nature to run 2 bodies instead of 1, and they can't. And they're just going to wear out real quick. You know, like, it's like you've got a small Corolla and you're towing an 18-wheeler behind you. You know, it's that kind of deal. And I know it's difficult. People have, you know, all kinds of issues with food. But they do boil down to a very simple answer, but it's only simple if you've got that, if you can exercise that control over it. You know? So I'm 55. I'm also 6'1". American pounds are different, aren't they? Let me try and figure this out, what I weigh in American. Yeah, I weigh 224 American pounds. Or 101 kilos. Well, pounds are a different unit in the UK than they are in the US. That's the problem. That's why it doesn't translate so well. Kilos are absolutely constant around the other rest of the world that doesn't use the Imperial British Navy's measurements. So I'm 16 stone. Okay. Yeah, in the UK there's 14 pounds, but pounds are different in the US than they are in the UK. No idea why, but anyway, they are. So I'm 101 kilos, okay? I can lift my own weight really quite easily. And I'm approximately the same height as you, although maybe I'm 6 foot now, I don't know. Because as you get older, guess what? You shrink. Bodie boy, I'm 108 kilos, lost 12 kilos over the last year. That's pretty good going. Yeah, I think I'm at 100 odd kilos of anything other than, you know, body mass. And, you know, if that body mass is lean muscle and your cardiovascular's up there with it, like you can cycle 10 miles without missing a beat, you're probably fine. You're probably really healthy. But if you're 108 pounds with 40-50% BMI, and you couldn't walk a mile without heavy, you know, heaving for breath, then, you know, you've got a problem. Yeah, so, yeah, well, according to I'm 16 stone in the UK, which means I'm almost 102 kilos, which ain't that much. I mean, I'm not as lean as I used to be. Case in point, so 10 years ago, still smoked. Let me see if I can get a picture of me. I know they exist. Right, so that's me, age 44. 6'1". That's me. No beard. Still shaving. Arms kind of skinny at this point. That's my youngest daughter. That's my mother-in-law. There's someone else over here. So that's me. Age, what was I then? This was 2013. So yeah, I'm 44 here. I still had dark hair It wasn't silver. And I still smoked, so yeah, it does make it. It's easy to keep the weight off with smoking. Yeah, I'm not qualified to hand out medical advice, but I would say, you know, try not to be twice the weight you should be for your size, for your height, unless it's all muscle, you know. Dinkies, 182 centimeters. That's about 6 foot, isn't it? 93 kilos, 38-year-old gym rat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you'll probably look like you're in much better shape than me. You know, so. Can I push a 4-ton vehicle without breaking a sweat? Yep. Do you break a sweat when you push something that weighs 4 tons? No. And I had to when we had the last time we had super heavy rain here, and I was doing fine. I was driving on the crown of the road, doing about 8 miles an hour with a nice bow wave. There was no water coming into the engine bay. And then some pillock in his 4x4 decided he was going to go dashing past me in the opposite direction, flooded the engine bay. The engine cut out, and I just cut the electrics immediately, and then got out in the water, in the wind, in the middle of the night, and pushed the car out of the water myself, going, I'll come back tomorrow. You know. And it didn't bother me. It wasn't a difficult thing to do. So. Yeah, there's so many factors. Meat-only diet. I don't know about that. Because there's too many other factors involved. There's genetics. There's your general activity. There's your genetic disposition. There's your lifestyle, your emotional reaction to things. It's just so much going on that you can't just go, oh, it's this one pixel of data. It makes the difference, because it doesn't. It's a system of lots of other things happening at the same time that make a difference. You find something that works for you, then yeah, you find something that works for you, but you know. Right, what the hell am I going to do now? The pizza's been delivered and I can smell it and I really want to eat it. I think we should go to 2019. Yes, I do. I actually do think 2019 is a thing and we should go there. Yes, we should. Right, but before we do that, we need to log off from here. We did have a character we were working on, weren't we? Oh, I am no man. Yes, the, what's she called in Lord of the Rings? Yeah, it depends what I'm doing. If when I was gigging, I was lifting the Marshall amp in and out every gig and all the other big stuff. All of the, you know, that amp weighs about 60 kilos. So I'd be just grafting, doing a job, which was simply playing music. And while I was gigging, my arms just got bigger and bigger and bigger. So long as I was eating plenty, they grew, you know? Now we go straight forward, please. Okay, what did he give us? Grid runner the grid again. What level are we? We're level 48. So, yeah. Thing is, though, Gamble, I mean, try the diet. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. What, nothing ventured, nothing gained, and all that. Okay, Elite Daily for there. Okay. Pick up the Alien Daily. Aliens alone. Ooh, I think we got spaced out again. Yeah, it's all we can do, isn't it? You know, packing in the smokes, that was the biggest thing for me. Because you don't realise, but it's not just you're addicted to the nicotine element, but there's like a gazillion killer chemicals in cigarettes that fluff everything up in your body. You know, so... I mean, if you're a non-smoker, my advice is stay that way. Don't start vaping. Don't start smoking. You know. The only thing you should put in your lungs? Fresh air. That's it. Nothing else. Yeah, I'd go on marathon bike rides when I was in my 20s. Or, you know, like, I had a bet with a guy who was a gym rat. He said, I've got more endurance than you. And I said, no, you're physically stronger than me and you've got bigger muscles, but you don't have more endurance. Yes, I do. And we got into this big argument. So anyway, we devised a challenge, you know, because we were friends and we didn't want to, you know, have a fight about it or anything. So I said, okay, how about we have a bike ride and that decides it. And I had a 5-speed bike. It had 5 gears. That's it. That's all it had. Had wheels about yay thick, you know, like so, an inch thick. Bog standard, basic 1970s bike design. Nothing special. He had a 28 gear mountain bike with and everything on it. And I said, okay, we'll have a bike ride day. And he says, okay, where are you going to go? So I said, well, we'll go from where you live, which is a little village in North Wales called Melodon. I lived in Rhuddlan at the time. Another small village, but where government started in the UK. And I said, okay, we'll go from here. We'll ride to the offshore island to North Wales, which is Anglesey. And he was like, yeah, I can easily do that. You know, I'm in the gym every night, yada, yada, yada. Said, okay. So in the morning, I got up and I cycled from where I lived another 4 miles to where he lived. I bought 2 pork pies. I had one immediately. And then met up with him and we rode from there. And over the course of the day, we went around the Great Orme in Llandudno. So you're going up 300 metres, down 300 metres over the course of a couple of miles or whatever. Every single hill that we came on, I'd look behind and he dropped a quarter mile behind me. And I wasn't trying. I was just pacing myself because I was thinking, yeah, I've got to ride back though. So I'm pacing myself. I'm not pushing anything. Just got my rhythm. I'm breathing. I'm feeling good. Anyway, we get as far as a place called Bangor and the guy stops and says, we've got to stop because if we don't stop, I'm going to have a heart attack or something. Anyway, he didn't want to move. So I built a little fire, built a little shelter I found a bit of plastic, you know, one of these big plastic sheets. So I made that and some sticks and built as a small shelter. And we sat there for, you know, about an hour or so. And I had the second pork pie and went, okay, we're going to ride back now. And he was like, okay, so we put the fire out, pissed on it, kicked everything away. Right, okay, it's not a hazard. Got back on the bikes and we rode back and it got dark because I had to keep stopping for him to catch up. And we got, all the way back to where I lived at the time, which was Rhuddlan with my parents. And he just literally collapsed on the bike and went, I can't go any further. He couldn't go the remaining 4 miles to where he lived. So I said, well, it's okay. You you can kip on my floor. Went upstairs to my bedroom. I got into bed. He collapsed on the floor. I gave him a duvet and a pillow, and he was okay. The next morning, he had to come down the stairs on all fours. He couldn't walk down a set of stairs. So I got to the bottom of the stairs, and we had to phone his mum and dad, well, I think his dad, to come and pick him up. And his dad came and picked him up. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm going to work." And he was like, "Yeah." And I jumped on my bike and rode to work. So I don't know what to tell you, There's a difference between endurance and fitness and strength. I mean, the guy could lift probably twice what I could, but, he didn't have the same endurance and stamina that I'd got. So it is what it is. Six years ago, I did a London to Cambridge to Brighton and Surrey Downs charity bike rides same month. Now I cannot get on the bloody thing. Yeah, I think I'd wobble a bit as well. I'm not as lean as I used to be. I had a six-pack until I was 50. It's gone now, but it's age as well, guys. It's age as well. Your testosterone levels drop. Your metabolism slows down, and it happens gradually. I could squat more than him. I could over the shoulders, and from squatting to standing up, I could lift more than him. So it was weird. It was weird. Anyway, I am getting another beer. He said after all this talk about healthy lifestyle, he goes and buys another. He goes and grabs another beer. I'm sitting here with Scott. Is Scott on? Awesome. I'll raid him after. On my TV and Callus on my computer. Too lazy to play today. See how you feel after your meat diet. I'm not taking the piss. I just, Jolie Storm redeemed Hydrate for 100. Chuckney, your very good health. Skull, and skull to all my Nordic friends. Skull! Am I saying it right, Jolie, for you? I forget which part of Vikingdom you come from. Norway, Sweden, Denmark? I can't remember now. Denmark, yeah. Savik is from Denmark. Very strict kind of mentality. Too much beer, too old. Yeah, a bit of both, mate. All aboard, right? Yeah, there we go. It's skull is more of an A vowel sound. In Denmark, is it? Skull. And then Norway, is it skull? And then Sweden, it's skull. I can't remember. Osveria. Is that like a Russian one? I don't know. Pulling them all to the same corner, because that's how you do it. Polish. Oh, right, okay. I'm not up on it. The Swedish are weird. Well, yes. This is well known. Sorry, my Swedish friends. We're only kidding. We're only making fun with you, not to you. Yeah, I get mistaken for Norwegian quite often. As in, I live in a touristy sort of area in North Wales, and quite often I'll just be walking through town and people will suddenly speak to me in Norwegian, going, "Oh, do you know where the so-and-so is?" And they're asking me in Norwegian. I go, "Sorry, I'm Welsh." "Oh, sorry, yes." And then they speak perfect English, of course. But it's quite funny. I thought you were with our tour bus. Yeah. Better than being mistaken for a Brit. Yeah, well, exactly. Well, it's not so much being British, it's being, unfortunately, being English is the thing. They go, "Oh, Brits abroad." It's kind of the British, it's kind of the English abroad more than it's the Welsh or the, whatever. It's the beard. I think it's my features and the beard, yeah, I think so. It's genetics, I had quite I was always the guy at work that had to shave twice a day to look clean shaven. I can remember even at like 16, 17, first couple of jobs I had, having a shave at 7 a.m. in the morning, right after a shower or whatever, and getting to work and I don't know, like 2, 3 in the afternoon. "Did you have a shave today?" Because my beard was jet black. I mean, like completely jet black. There was no any other colour in it. Now it's obviously not. And quite often they do, "Did you shave today?" And I was like, "Yes." By the time I was 20, I had to shave twice a day. At 4 o'clock shadow, lunchtime for me. I had to shave twice a day to look clean shaven. You'd visually fit into Norway, but it's not that. I think it's not that much different anyhow. The Viking ancestors looting all the pretty girls from... Yeah, they didn't take they didn't take, you know... Oh, we're not going to bother with the ugly ones. You're damn right that's how they thought. Let's take the good-looking ones home. You know. How did you end up with such a good-looking race? Well, yeah, we're starting the other one, which is Grid Runner, which is like probably one of the simplest quests ever if you have enough comp lit. Yeah, I mean, they did. It's quite well known that, yeah, if they found a good-looking woman, yeah, she was getting taken back to Norway to have many children, which is not, by today's standards, a good thing. That's kidnapping and rape, you know. But it was a very, very different time, and that's what happened. So ultimately, you end up with quite a lot of very good-looking people. I think they were pretty good looking to start off with, that's the other thing. Back in the grid, and we click the doohickey again. I mean, they didn't loot all the pretty women, because we still have plenty here, okay? I'm just saying. They didn't, like, leave Britain with nothing but ugly people. That didn't happen. We still had some to the west where they never went. So, yeah. Right, target the grid. Clicky. Yeah, it's happened more than 4 or 5 times now. The wife watches the stream. Send my love. I will. Oh, she is. She's very beautiful. I am ridiculously lucky. Have I told you guys about Mia and Mrs. Callis too? Yeah, the old British Empire did plenty of looting and pillaging of their own. And far worse, if I'm being honest. Probably, you know, massively worse, because the scale was so much higher, and it wasn't people, it was riches and resources, and, oh God, yeah. The old colonial Britain has a lot to answer for. Yeah, so, here's me. I'm 17 years old, and I've just started college. And second week I'm in college, there's a band rehearsing. And I'm like, oh, cool, music, you know, a band, because it's like the coolest thing ever. So I go in and they're practicing, and they're trying to play The Rain by The Cult. Now, I've learnt this song myself with my uneducated at the time ear for music. And I go, you're almost playing it correctly. And he, what do you mean almost? And I said, well, can I? And they're like, yeah, go on then. Smart ass. So we go through The Rain, and I play The Rain by The Cult the way I've figured it out. And they go, no, he's right. That's it. That's so much better. We need a second guitarist. And I went, when's your next rehearsal? Oh, it's tomorrow. Can you bring your guitar and an amp, because we haven't got much gear? And I was like, yeah, I'll bring it. Yeah, cool, guys, cool. So I turn up the next day, and we start rehearsing, and we go through about 4 or 5, I think about a dozen other numbers, because they've got a support slot for a band that's well established with a fantastic bunch of musicians. So we rehearse for about 6 weeks. I missed the part where he got jumped by the band. No, nobody jumped me, mate. 6'1". So anyway, we all do the rehearsal and blah, 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 blah. And I'm looking forward to the gig. And we do this gig in this one venue. And we're setting up, and there's a girl at the bar. And it was like, nowadays you've got to be 18 to be able to serve alcohol to another person and because that's the age of consent for alcohol in the UK. But back then, mid-80s, things were a bit looser and greyer. So she was 16 at the time. I'm 17. And I look across and I went, wow, look at her. I mean, seriously, you know, sometimes you just see a person and go, wow, if I was with them, that'd be it. I'd never top it. So I'm thinking, and I'm playing it out in my mind, how I'm going to do this. And I think, I know, I'll wait till we finish our set, which is going to be awesome. It wasn't. And then I'm going to go introduce myself, because it'll be, you know, she's seen me play and everything. I'm going to be impressive. You know, I'm trying to do the whole thing, right? Anyway, about 5 minutes before we're going to finish, we're like just starting the last song. I see her leaving. And I'm like, damn it. I've missed the boat, you know? Bollocks, she's gone. And I never saw her again, right? After that, did college, worked a few different jobs, applied to join the Musicians Institute in London, which was quite hard to get into. And I went down on the train and I auditioned, and they were like, yeah, well, you know, we think you've got something, come and join us. This is how it works. And I went through 1,000,001 other hoops to get in there. And everything just sort of fell into place. So my cousin was already living there. They knew a place I could stay. It just, you know, fate created that way to go. So I go down there, live down there. Ton of different girlfriends. One-time acquaintances, let's say. Had a ton of fun. Anyway, things are changing. Computers are taking over everything. I've had an excellent job. I worked for a company called Channel 5 Television, etc. Oh, is that an autocomplete? I think it was. Yeah, daily note from the agency. Okay. We'll hand in the Alien Daily as well. So things are changing. I think, you know, city life, it's good and all, but like by the time I was leaving, I was like 20. So I was there 6 years. So what? I think it was about 27, 28. And I was thinking, it's not for me. It's not for me. I'm starting to think more maturely. So I moved back to North Wales. Scott crashed. Oh no, he's not using the new engine, is he? Anyway, I moved back to North Wales. Right. It's nearly 10, 15 years since I've seen that one girl I never got to speak to. Right. And I decide randomly, my mate's trying to do something. Now, I'd done TV engineering, electronic engineering, stuff like that. I had a very technical kind of mind, and I still have. I'm quite analytical and logical in the way I think. And he's having a problem with his computer. And I figure it out. And he says, you've got a natural ability with computers. You should, you know, they're the future. You should look at getting into computers because reasons, right? This is like late 90s. So I look into getting into computers, and there's this local college going, there's a free course you can do for business IT. And I think that's the one for me. I'll do this, maybe go back to London, maybe a bit nearer to home, like Liverpool, somewhere like that. So I joined the course. Now, the induction week has people from business IT and business admin. Now, the admin side is more accountancy and stuff like that, whereas business IT is, you know, what you'd expect. So I turn up for the course, and guess who's there? Yep, it's the girl that I never got to chat with. I'm looking at her going, I know her from somewhere. I know her from, because, you know, it's been like a decade. So I'm not sure it even is her. So we're talking, everyone's talking to everyone else. We're all making friends. We're all in the same generation. We're all the same sort of group. And yeah. Now, when I met her, she was with someone. Now, she's gone off. She's had a life. She's been married once, got divorced, etc. So it's complicated. It's complicated because life is complicated, right? So she sort of says, well, you know, we never quite get together. But we're on the same course. And anyway, do this work placement at the end of the course. See what it's like to work in your chosen field with, you know, people working in the field. So, you know, I signed up for it. Turns out we wind up in the same office, sharing a double desk. So we face each other. You know, we're still using CRTs and ergo keyboards and all the rest of it. And we get into a conversation. And we've been having the same conversation for 20 plus years. Because as soon as we started talking to each other, it just worked. There was just a natural rhythm, there was a natural cadence, there was a natural way of being around each other. There was no thought to it, there was no effort to it, it was just there. Right? And that's Mrs. Callis too now. Right, hang on. See what's chasing us in. Oh, Mr. Nukes. Hi, Mr. Nukes. Die. Mrs. Heels. Good night. And randomness. Good night to you too. Yeah, so it started off with just that. You know, and it was only after like a week or so of us chatting, I said, did you used to work at this place, and this particular venue? This one gig I did with this band. We never did another together. He said, yeah, I did. I said, well, I played there once, but I was there. Yeah, no, actually, I remember you. How weird is that, though, guys? How unpredictable and everything else is that? And in my mind, I was like, I'm not 100% sure it is her. You know, because it's been 10 years. We look a little different. Yeah, but in the back of my mind, I was going, I'm sure that's her. Anyway, so it turns out it was when it's meant to be. Well, I don't know about that, you know. But that's what happened. That's what, that's all I can tell you is we just ended up meeting each other again and instantly clicked. Like I say, we've been having the same conversation for nigh on 25, 27, nearly 30 years. It's like we literally started a conversation then and we're still having it now. It's like it never feels like a different conversation. It feels like we're still in the same conversation. No tank armor for you. Never mind. Anyway, there you go. I may have to kill your minions as well. Yeah, well, that's how it works sometimes. So, you know. Sometimes people just work together so well that it's difficult to not be with them. You know, and that's how it is. And it's kind of like we dislike a lot of the same things as opposed to like a lot of the same things. That sounds kind of silly, but honestly, trust me on this. That was story time with Callus too. Yeah, well, kind of, yeah, and also not a story, just that's how it went, you know? I got lucky. I was lucky enough to catch the one that got away. And I think if there's a one that got away for you, go chase them. Find out. I mean, if you have a conversation and there's no cadence, there's no rhythm, there's no harmony between you, well, at least you know, and just walk away and let them get on with their lives. But there just was, and it worked, you know, and it's worked for 20 plus years, so guess it was right. If I'd have travelled more of the world, maybe I'd have met, you know, a different somebody, and it might have been different again. Who knows? You just don't, and that's, you know, kind of how it works. Has Scott got his stream working again? I have concerns. You know, like, no, Scott, no. I went with the caveman approach. Hit her over the head and brought her home to mum. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked out with this one. You hit her over the head, she's going to rip your arms off, mate. Yeah, she's quite athletic and strong. But yeah, it's weird the way things work out. It really is. I'm not fatalistic, really, but somehow I think maybe that was one of those things where the possibilities are all there, and some of them have a stronger pull than others, and yeah. I brought her to meet my parents. My dad thought she was amazing. My dad was like, she's great. And my mum was like, oh. But my mum was like, the best way I can describe my mother was, have you ever seen Keeping Up Appearances? That was my mum. She was Hyacinth Bouquet. That's how she was. It was embarrassing. But that's how she was, yeah. God bless her. Been gone 12 years now. But yeah, she wanted me to, you know, somehow ingratiate myself with some landed gentry or something. I don't know. It says stream starting for Scoot. Well, hopefully Scoot can sort himself out, because we haven't got much longer on this one. No, my dad met her, and he and her alone chatted for about an hour at my parents' place, and me and my mum and my sister, and, you know, kind of mooched about doing whatever, and they were still chatting and laughing and joking between each other. My dad went, now, this is what my dad, this is like, I came back in the room with her like a, what do you think? And my dad just sort of went, he literally was like, looked at her, looked at me, and just went, you lucky bastard. That was it. The look in his eye was like, there you go. I'm not even joking, guys. That's how it was. It was just a look. He was like, you stupid. Keep hold of this one. You know, she is smart. She is funny. She is tenacious. She is brave. You know, she's all the things I like about people when they are like that, you know? So, yeah, I got real lucky. That's all I'll say. And it's time to get another beer. So that's what I'm doing. Oh no, he's AFK. He's going to die. Well, one of us is Wind Caller Donald. Let's pull him down. We're on Exarchs now. Okay. I'm glad you routed me here because I was not running up there. Nope, he's gone. Oh dear. Is he having tinterweb problems, do you think, maybe? I know it's different in the US. You have like a monopoly in certain areas, so your internet can complete shit. Because the provider can do what they want because they're not under any competition. But in the UK, it can be 15 providers in one area. For every phone exchange you're connected to, there's like 15 different suppliers and they're all in competition with each other. Guess what that means? Super cheap broadband and complete net neutrality. They don't care what you do with your bandwidth. And they're all competing for your custom over price. So I pay 49 UK pounds, which is maybe $60 a month for excuse me, and that gives me a 1 gigabyte connection, always on, no limits, no nothing. Pretty good. As soon as you treat internet as a commodity and not a monopoly, the consumer wins. Ask anyone in Australia just how terrible it is, and it's all at the hands of there being one company that supplies internet in a given region, and then they screw everybody for profit over it. As soon as you make it a commodity, you know, instead of making it a monopoly, you make it, well, you can all compete in the same area. Oh, suddenly the internet gets a shit ton better. Let's do a few Legos, because why not? Over 100 megabit, you need a big household to exploit that. Oh, we do. You know, so number one son will be downloading a new Xbox game that's like 100 gigabyte. I'll be streaming and whatever else. Mrs. Callis too might be watching a 4K movie on the TV. And yay, it all works. Nobody gets throttled. You know, it's great. Scott, what's going on, man? What's happening with the internet? Internet go boom. Oh, finally. I thought you had really good internet. Is it? I know you moved, but did you move and like the monopoly internet company are like screwing everyone, or I don't know. What happened, my dude? Alright, so I'm streaming and I'm logged into AO. Let's speed test. Ookla. Right, see how we do. Bear in mind, I'm uploading because I'm streaming, and they're watching TV and Xbox and whatever downstairs. So there you go, it's about 200 meg lower than normal. It's normally like 950, 940. And that's while I'm streaming the game. It didn't even mess up the stream. That's what it should be like, isn't it? You know? That McDonald's Wi-Fi is terrible these days. Gamel is going to bed. Good night, Gamel. Always a pleasure, sir. One day we'll meet in the pub over a pint of Old Peculiar or 7. I've got a perk. Can I? Oh, I can't bio-shielding it. Oh well. Edge Mastery is going to be 2-hand edge, yeah. Okay. Bone Crusher, form of troll. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm gonna not spend that one. Yeah, I've not used McDonald's Wi-Fi for so long. I've no idea how good it used to be, or even anything else. I certainly have used it, I won't lie. But, you know, when I go to McDonald's, I'm in the drive-thru and I don't care. Take my order, give me my food, and I'm gone. Oh, I've got an IP. Oh, God. Yeah, I've got loads to do here. Melee weapons. Let's do more 2-hand edge and stuff. Melee specials. Yeah, a bit more fast attack. Actually, melee weapons. Yeah, we did it. Save. $30 gig of data mobile, and nowhere close to that. Less than 5 gigabyte of. I've no idea how much bandwidth I use, but it's a lot. I watch a lot of crap online. I don't have or don't use terrestrial TV. And I haven't done since about 2008. Because terrestrial TV is just garbage. So I don't watch it. You know, so I go on Netflix and I go, oh, there's that show I like, and I'll watch it, and, you know. I don't have a lot of mobile data, but then again, I don't use my phone that way. So my phone has Wi-Fi. We've got Wi-Fi 6 inside the house. So, you know, I go to bed with an audio feed of, I don't know, some Let's Play or something like that, just because it's chill and you can go to sleep to it, imagining what's happening in Skyrim or something. And I'll just have that running, and it doesn't matter because it's over the Wi-Fi. Right? Can we has some of this guy? Yeah, I think the only place that internet is worse than America is Australia, and it's because of the stranglehold a monopoly has over it. Yeah, you know, it's basically the same reason, but worse. Talk to an Australian about their internet, they'll tell you. Shield. I am immortal now until you max it out. Oh, I got one anyway. I wanted to know if I could do it, and I can. And now I am satisfied, and we are leaving. I think there's a way to check, isn't there, how much you've actually used? Isn't there like a Windows thing that tells you? You drop a thing, don't you? Did I tell the story when we got a quote for broadband in Stockholm? For our office there, and there would be about 6 or 7 people in the office. No, you have not told me the story. 10 gig line for the office. Okay. That sounds excessive for, you know, office work, but... You know, if you're Zoom calling and whatever, then maybe. You asked if you could get a 1 gig. Okay. Did they just say, no, you can't have that because you're a business? Or some such. $10 gig was the slowest they had. Jeebus. That's nuts. Guess the price, I dread to think. Siljar Russell, that's who you want to talk to. They work at a data center. That's the person you want to sort your internet out. Excuse me. Let's get rid of this starter weapon. Okay. There we go. Right, we got both shoulders. £100. It's double what I'm paying. I appear to be stuck. I'm stuck in geometry, guys. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, like, totally, I can't move. I'm in this little spot. I can't get out of it. Oh God. With 24/7 support. If it's good support, it's probably worth it for a business, but we get 24/7 support as well, and we're Joe consumer. I work from home, so I have to have really good internet because everything I'm doing is remote. So I need to know that no matter what anyone else is doing on our internet, it's still going to connect me to work and, you know, and everything's going to work. Because I didn't actually make it to the door. However, I'm stuck here and I've got no beacons and no nothing to get out. I can't click on him. I'm a bit screwed here, guys. I've broken the game. Like it's so unbreakable anyway. Stuck. I think it's going to have to be. No, let's give it a chance to try and fix it. So at the moment, Mrs. Callis 2 is watching some TV series on her PC, and number one son is watching a 4K movie. I am streaming, and I still get over 700 megabyte. Kind of nuts. It's $49 a month. Or it's 49 British Imperial credits of the realm. Okay, well, we're out there anyway, so yeah, that worked. Stuck has actually worked and not put me in an even worse place. Scott, you have to get your internet working again. Who am I going to raid if your internet's not working? No! It can't be allowed. Right, let's get out of here. We're out of here. There we go. Is it for real 4K Studio? Seeing that Netflix has some special requirements for them to stream 4K, else you get... No, it's 4K. You can tell. You can tell. On a 4K TV, you can press stream info button and it tells you exactly what you're getting and how many megabit per second it is and what resolution it is, what codec it is, etc, etc. It's like going there's a Windows command for it. I forget it now. There's always to check frame rate, bit rate. Yeah, there is. and it's a Windows shortcut. I think it's Control Shift Alt F. It won't do it now because I'm not streaming or anything, but I've got to ask the right question to get the answer, haven't I? There you go. Yeah, Control Shift Alt and D. Control Shift Alt D. It won't work while I'm playing the game. But it will work on any video you watch on your PC. So I can see that, yeah, it's 4K. And you can do it on... a lot of TVs. The UK TVs have got a little button over on there that just says info, and it just tells you what you're looking at, what bitrate, what resolution, what codec, etc. that you're actually seeing. It's quite weird, but it works. Now, maybe that's not available to, you know, everyone, but hey. So for Anarchy Online, we have Quart, Rubicar live feed. What's Quart doing? Is he talking to people? I don't like raiding people that don't speak to people, because I feel like you've come from a stream where the streamer is talking to you and now they're not. Court, are you talking to people? Play music. I'm not going to play the music because bad things happen. Nope. Does Court talk to people when he streams? I don't think he does. Right, oh, Lost is streaming. I like this lady. Yeah, we're gonna go raid her. Scott, if you were on, I would raid you, of course. Unfortunately, you are not. So, there we go. That's the end of the stream, guys. We're gonna raid successfully Lost. Lovely lady.
Sewer. That's where we should go next to find Minsk. Oh dear.
From Slovenia, not Slovakia, different country. But yeah, she's absolutely lovely. So there you go, everybody. We're raiding the redhead, the flame-haired patriarch, matriarch. Sorry. Yeah, why not? So there you go. We go raid them. Say hi. I think they're playing Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, they are. Yeah, she's more than young enough to be my daughter. And I only raid her because I think she's great. So, here we go, everyone. Are we... Ooh, she's having drinky poos tonight. That could be interesting. Right, okay. Love you all. Thank you for the resubs. Thank you very much for the follows. And everything else. I shall see you all in the next one. Okay, folks. Bye for now.